All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into match number 1. Little Sausages versus Memento Mori. As we are starting off, we can look down the legendaries, what people are going to be running, and what's honestly going to be settled out between the legendaries and everything else that's going to be put into this. So, starting off, we have the Ashe going for the slug shot onto the Pip, running that Catalyst as we talked about. But the Genos seems to be going instead for a Luminary. So get that extra damage off for the team, and instead of keeping the team alive with Celestial Mark, they're probably relying on both healers to run through. For Memento, we do have Treacherous Ground onto the Inara. Spirit shows to Maldaba and Chain Reaction Bomb King. As a lot of sticks becomes a lot of damage, and the more you can output, the more you can do. Let's run onto the left side. A lot of damage has been outputted. Elise is going to drop low so far. Half health, breaking down, and that's going to be first blood starting off. Pip gets that kill. Catalyst will come through. Nara onto the top side. She is overextended to this back line, and now she's just going to be collapsed upon Ashe into the sideline, and that's a third kill. A wipe for Little Sausages, and Memento will be fallen very easily. A little bit of a sad play. They had it worked out so well. The communication, though, between the team just wasn't set off in play. Now they need to back up. The point is only at 48%, 51 and ticking. Pip is already to the back line, and it seems to be laying down enough damage to keep him distracted for now. Half health onto the Inar and Maldaba at once, dropping them very low, keeping the Ashe alive at the same time. Great play out. Looks like they haven't turned their tides or their focus onto this Pip, which is very detrimental as he's just able to lay down more and more damage, though. Bomb King's pushing back up onto this objective. He has full control. The issue is it's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Onto the sideline, Pip is going to pop out the Evil Mojo and is able to take out Ollie. 1-on-1 right now. Little Sausages trying to hold on. All they can do is sit here and wait. Memento is just going to be ambushed by this damage, and it's nothing that they can deal with without that healer around. Memento is going to fall, and now it's a 1-for-0. Holding on to the sideline, a lot of damage is the name of the game. How much damage can someone output at a time? Who is going to work on this? Really work around the whole entire team composition, as the choke points are going to be worse and worse as it comes through. Assert Dominance onto the front side of the point. It's a little bit far, though, and she might not be able to get anything out of this Assert Dominance. Not kill anybody. Nobody's going to contest it, and Pip is only contesting to the Bomb King. It's a very low trade. Pip is half health. Can't get himself back alive. Moving around with the waitlist to the backside, and we'll stay alive for at least now. Ooh, this is a great Catalyst. Pip getting a double kill based off that Catalyst, slowing down the enemy team, getting the extra 840 damage, and Memento will just be able to push it through. Looks like the card's just rolling in 80, 85, 95%, and it's there. Push successful. A 2-0 start for Little Sausage, and now they have the 300 lead bonus. Mori, though, they are going to have the workaround with the comeback mechanic of 4% per tick. So they might be able to work with that, get an early lead, maybe rush to the point earlier than later, and get something off of that. Back to the itemizations. The whole side of Little Sausages are going to have Cauterize 2 online. Same with Chronos 2 already for the Genos, which is a giant increase, gigantic outplay, and honestly potential for Little Sausages just to work with the Genos online, able to use Void Grip, Stellar Wind at any time that is necessary. It might just be the death of them. Memento, they do have the momentum to work through this, but now they're going straight to the middle line. They're playing this around, but they were caught out by a 3-man flank. A great ultimate set up by Rox, but it won't be enough. Won't find anyone just to start off. Cafe gets one, and that's going to be the Inara down. Without the tank online, they're just sitting, straggling, looking for something, but to the sideline, Ollie actually gets the kill. This is a huge Maldaba play. It's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment, and Inara's going to be back up before anything else. Elise gets a double stick onto the chain reaction. Dread Serpent comes out into the middle line, and Ashe is just going to be barreled down. They have that comeback mechanic, and now it's in their favor, but they're not dismounting these horses. They're too afraid to play up that far. leaving Bomb King onto the point. I don't know if that's the right move here. They do have the Inara just to stick there and wall off the enemy team. 89% and rising, but that's going to be the Maldamba falling pretty quickly. Pip to the sideline, drops low, and won't be able to get alive. Heals are not there. Void gripping the Inara into the air, but that's just what she wants as the seismic crash comes down right onto the Ash, but she sticks alive with the assert dominance. The rest of Little Sausages take that 51%, and now they're capping it. Memento, they have it. They had it at one point, and now the 99% is just sitting in their little eyes, and I don't think they're going to be able to get back onto this objective. No. Little Sausages take it a 3-0 and one more point, and it's game. This is where the chokeholds come through. A great Evil Mojo to start things out. That will pop down the frontliner. And now for the sideline, he tries to find the Bomb King with the help of Slugshot Ash. The damage is just enough to run through. Extra damage with the Luminary. It's just damage stacked on top of damage, and there's nothing that Memento can do about it. They're trying to hold on. Pip to the sideline, gets that weightless onto the high ground, but doesn't want to stick that position, knowing that Bomb King can easily just chain reaction onto the side, especially the side of the wall. Very deadly place. Corridors, walls, anything for Bomb King is just a open setup. Genos looks for an ultimate to start things off. Try to stop this engagement. Payload still pushing, 75% and ticking. Only a minute 30 remains for the side of Little Sausages, and they're holding on with everything that they can. Trying to look for some sort of pick. They are able to utilize the high ground to drop down the back line very low. Madamba's caught out of position, and Pip's just going to capitalize upon that. Evil Mojo's here, but it's not even going to be needed as a 3-man drop goes down, and that looks like Little Sausages is going to take this game. Game number 1 goes over to them, and it's set match point. Look at that. It was such a good game that it almost crashed my game. Back to the scoreline. We can just see the damage rain down by Pip. The only thing that even came close was the Bomb King, and that's 45k. Just not enough to keep up with this damage. Just not enough to keep up with this team coordination, and for that, Little Sausages are going to take the first round